So, my cursors module is pretty popular. Actually, it's one of the more popular ones in the custom command mod pack, alongside with more creatures and my Dragonium equipment. So today I'm going to explain how my cursors work. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, when you are interacting with blocks such as soul sand, bedrock, or near zombies, and silverfish and the likes, you have your curse risk score increase, and when this risk reaches 1000 you will get a relevant curse. So if I stand on this soul sand, you will see that my curse risk score is actually increasing. As you can see there on the side, it's down. Okay, so now it's giving me some particles, warning me that I'm at risk of getting a curse, and then as soon as it reaches 1000 it's going to give me a particular curse. Alright, so it says you've contracted soulburn, and then you cure out an altar with holy water, and you will notice that my curse risk is no longer increasing because I'm already cursed, and therefore there's no way it can increase. So let's go scoreboard players set that P curse type 0. Alright, and then this should go away. There we go. Now if I do the same thing on bedrock, you notice that the curse risk isn't going up nearly as quickly, but same thing, when it reaches 1000 I'm going to get a relevant curse from the bedrock. Now I believe there's always the case for eating rotten flesh as well. That's another one. I do have a cursed flesh objective which keeps track of that, but we're not going to go into detail with this because it's such a big machine. Alright, so I am approaching the curse, so these hearts are warning me that this is going to happen. See, they're very in your face, so it's kind of obvious. You go, oh, I'm standing on bedrock, I'm going to get a curse. And you will see, as soon as I get it, I've contracted Cave Dweller, which gives me slowness, resistance, and night vision, which is not bad. It's just the slowness can be quite annoying. So you can queue it, so maybe you want curses in some cases, like Soul Sand. It may give you blindness, but also gives you fire resistance permanently. So now let's go cure it. It's going to detect if you are standing on this kind of structure. I have an execute detect tutorial if you want to check it out. But it also detects if there's a thrown potion here. And if it detects that's true, then it's going to set my curse type to 0, and therefore I won't have to deal with all this anymore. There we go. And then it also sets the area with cobblestone. So it says you are no longer burdened by curses, and my curse risk score is also 0 at the moment. So how did my curse risk score, for example, increase? Well, we're going execute at all, detect if there's soul sand below you, and it's going to go scoreboard players add at all, curse risk 200. Now when that score reaches, alright, we need to find the curse type that's relevant. This is the rotten flesh. Where is the soul sand? Here it is. If your score of curse risk is 1000 and there's soul sand below you, then it's going to give you a score of curse type 1. And alright, okay, so and then at that point, if it detects that your curse risk is 1000 and you are standing on soul sand, it's going to tell you you've contracted soulburn, and then it's going to give you some effects if I could find it. This is a very, very messy command. Please excuse it. Found it. Alright, so if your score of curse type is equal to 1, then it's going to give you fire resistance for 5 seconds because this is on a slow clock, and it's going to set the particles off, for example. And then the next one is going to be like blindness and so forth. Now, why doesn't my curse risk increase? Well, if you have a curse, then it's going to always set your curse risk score to 0, therefore you cannot contract more than one disease. Curing a curse is as simple as setting your curse type score to 0. So it's going to show the particle with my very long execute detect command. It's going to then detect if a thrown potion is present, and if that's true, it's going to tell me you are no longer burdened by your curses, and then it's going to set my curse type score to 0. So as you can see, it's doing a long execute detect command, type equals thrown potion, scoreboard player set it to P curse type 0, and then finally it's going to replace the cobblestone with glowstone if this very long detect command is satisfied. So that's all I have for this explanation. If you want to try it out for yourself, please check the download in the description. It's a schematic at the moment that may change. But For now, thanks everyone for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care.